Hello and welcome once again to Olympic Ice Hockey on Eurosport. Paul Ferguson here with Richard Beaupre. We continue with our action from day 12, the quarterfinals, Germany against Sweden. The Swedes playing from left to right. They're definite favorites, and we won't count the Germans out, will we?
The Germans have been impressive. Nobody really giving them a strong chance for winning a medal. They have proven a lot of people wrong. They come out here and played good, aggressive hockey, and they are certainly showing to everybody that they can skate with the best of them.
Well, they're in the final 8, so they can't be doing too badly. Germany has Helmut de Raaff in between the pipes, and Salo, the man pouncing on the puck, is in goal for Sweden. Kurt Lundmark is the man behind the bench for Sweden, and Ludek Bukach is the coach for Germany. The Germans really have been tight. They've played some good hockey, but one of their problems is that they can't score goals. They've only been able to pop 11 in 5 games.
That's right. Their leading goal scorer is Thomas Brandl. He's got a goal and 2 assists for 3 points after 5 games. He's leading it. Also Leo Steffen with 2 goals and 1 assist. 2 guys with 3 points. That says it all for Germany.
From behind the goal, the Swedes trying to get out of their own zone. Starting it up, Svensson, long pass up the middle, and that's pushed back, and the big defenseman Johansson goes back to collect and throws it up, and we'll have another face-off. Take a look now at Bukach, the Czech-born German coach. He's got support from Franz Reindl, and the Germans with 1 or 2 players nursing injuries. Ludemann has a sore shoulder, and 1 or 2 players not talking about their injuries, but the shot comes in, the Raaff goes down, but we know that Brandl and Hilger have all had leg work done over the last couple of days. The puck in the corner, and the Germans trying to set something up. The shot comes in, a loose puck. And again, it bobbles out all the way back. Brandl gets the touch for the Germans. Brandl starting it up now. Brandl gets it away from Haken-Lud. A long shot coming in, and Salo gets the glove hand on it. Perhaps that may have missed the net, but Salo wanted to make sure.
Brandl and Steffen going for a line change. These are the 2 guys that have been the successes offensively for the Germans, so to speak. 3 points for each one. Big shot taken there. Salo not taking any chances, getting the glove out.
Leo Steffen has been a pleasant surprise for the Germans. He's really playing some good hockey out there. Kjellberg dropped it back. The Swedes now. Ornskog having problems right at his own blue line. The backhander comes in, and Franz got a piece of that. Hilger keeps it in the zone, and at the second attempt, the Swedes bring it out and throw it up to Lud. Lud the shot, Raaff rather, gives it to Meier. Ornskog moves in quickly, and the Swedes really do like to pressure. Ustorf along the boards, taken out of the play. Duboya, one hand on the stick. Meier couldn't hold it down, and Ustorf picks it up and gently bounces it off the boards out of the zone. Duboya over to Rolin. Rolin the pass up, and here comes Duboya. Kjellberg moved in quickly, but the Germans come out now. Meier, a burst of speed on the right side, trying to get the backhander out front. Lube stays on him and moves out now. Forsberg is there. Hendrick getting in a hurry. Jonsson providing a little interference. That comes out as far as Benda. Benda can't get the shot away. The Swedes closing it down, but not being able to get out of the zone. Duboya. Rumrek rattles him into the woodwork. Jonsson on the backhand. Along the boards as far as Ludemann. Ludemann, an easy shot for Salo, but he decides to hang on. The clever thing to do and get these guys off the ice.
Things aren't really going right for the Swedes right now. They're accustomed to getting out of their own zone relatively easy. At least they have been the past few games. Duboya He's hit by Rumrick. Jansson's hit on the other side. Forsberg tried 2 or 3 times to clear the zone, and he wasn't able to.
Face-off deep in Swedish territory. 3 minutes, 1 second gone on the period. Duse moves into the face-off circle, kicks that back, and the Germans again continue to apply the pressure. Ludemann got it in deep. Hagen slows his man down along the boards. Himmer, a long clearance. Stillman back for Sweden. Stillman gets it away from Hagen. Jansson has to backtrack to the far side. The Swedes not playing clever hockey out there, but it's early stages. Dekel got it back, and the Swedes now losing out right in the slot area. Hagen comes in to break that one up, but it bounces kindly for the Swedes. Trying to find Forsberg on the wing, and the big winger Duse gets back and rattles that one upstairs, and it bounces all the way out into neutral ice territory. We have a whistle on the play as Ammon was going back along with Roger Hansen.
The Oregon player does his thing. The referee makes his way to the timekeeper's bench, pointing to a couple of players. Hagen having a few circles, possibly trying to get the referee to forget about the fact that he had just taken a Swede from behind. I was waiting to say that was Forsberg. Forsberg just shaking his head. I was watching to see if he was going to be okay. He's gone over to the bench. Boarding is a call on Hagen.
Swedes go on the power play here. Face off in neutral ice territory. 7 for 34 for Sweden on the power play. Brandel unable to get that back. Naslund works over the blue. Naslund breaks to the left side, coming up to the 4-minute mark. That's flipped into Julin. Julin off the boards, and this is where the Swedes are strong when they're deep. Rydmark all the way back to the blue. Johansson with Rydmark, the shot right on the goal. Raaf makes the save, and the rebound comes out. Ammon gets the backhand to it, but can't keep it out. Johansson, big shot comes in, goaltender down. Brandel backhands it, and it goes as far as the red line. Rydmark moves up quickly and flips it right back in. It bounces to the far side, and Nidderberger couldn't slow it down. Naslund has it now for Sweden. That goes into the corner. Naslund tried to trap it along the boards, and that didn't work. Svensson, quick pass up on the wing, thrown over to the center of the ice, and Julin doing some good work on the right side. 59 seconds remaining on the power play. The Swedes changing on the fly. Franz goes after Jansson, who drops it back. Coming up quickly is Stillman. Stillman taken out of the play, and the Swedes unable to get this one moving. Jansson leaving that. Lube hits the blue line. Lube with a little burst of speed. Meier stays on him, and the Swedes are being cut down in the German zone. A chance, a shot comes in. Jansson got a piece of it. Hilger moving up quickly, taking off the puck, and there's a whistle eventually. We're waiting for that one to come for offside, and both teams will go for a change out there, but the Germans are hanging on despite the pressure.
Shot earlier from the Swedes, a shot nicely blocked at the German defense.
Welcome back. Still no score in this one. We're in the second period, 11 minutes and 14 seconds gone, and the pressure still coming from the Swedes, but as I said, the Swedes and the Germans have been unable to break the shutouts that are currently in progress. Naslund up on the wing. Svensson right in front, and Kinnas was there to break it up. Ustorf along the boards. That comes as far as the blue line. The Swedes right out front. Niedermeyer, a gentle tap up, and Hilger breaks. Loose puck. Franz going in and trying to get something going, and that missed the net. All the way back into the corner. Hilger unable to take that away from Johansson. The Swedes now breaking up quickly, coming out of the zone. Svensson, big shot all the way around the boards. And it bobbles all the way back to the blue, kept in by Rolin. Shot right on the target to Raaff. Misses it when he pounced down.
Raaf really getting rocked by the Swedish forward as it came in. Raaff lost his helmet.
Shot right on the target, and he hangs on this occasion, but Raaff is not happy.
Not happy at all, as now he'll take the time to adjust the headpiece. He had that torn right off his head.
Comes with the territory.
Naslund getting in there quick. Backs right into Raaff. Raaff comes out of it without a helmet on. Back there muttering to himself, hey, I thought you weren't supposed to touch the goalie.
Meier trying to work it out. Meier can push it to the far side. Kjellberg stays with him as that goes all the way down the ice. Icing is the call. Duboya back there in a hurry for the Swedes. And still no score in this one. The winner goes on to fight in the next round. And the loser will play for 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. We already know that Canada and Finland are going to meet together on Friday. The winner of this will take on the winner of Russia and Slovakia. Lube trying to get that around. Kjellberg is there. Rumrick went in. Meyer taken out of the play. He can only get it back to Rolin. A loose puck in the corner. The pass out front is tipped away. And when we approach the 13-minute mark, it's still not a classic hockey game out there. Neither team has been able to score or really set anything up. Hendrick. His shot is well wide of the target. Lube goes to the far side, and the Germans now spin around. Duboya tries to bring it out. He's hit hard along the boards as Hendrick went in. And Kjellberg trying to glove that one down as he broke towards the Raaff. It didn't work. Bouncing puck. One or two players collide, but Bope's not a classic encounter out there, is it?
No, the puck is bouncing around a lot, and they are playing a tight checking game. Neither team is really moving with the greatest of ease out there. They're all over each other.
Trunchka, big hit on him in the corner. Hansen moves over that way, and Eriksson moves towards the near side, and that bounces away again. Stillman at the 14-minute mark throws it up on the wing, and the Swedes have to slow it down and throw it to the far side. Ducey went after his man. Raaff comes out of his net. Hansen goes in a hurry. Sweden trying to get something going. Big shot. That's in the net. Stillman lets it fly. Finally, they get a quality shot on goal, and they make it pay.
Good effort of forechecking by Roger Hansen, number 11. Got that started. Hansen going in. He takes the body. He's got help. The second Swedish forward takes the puck quickly, moving it back to Stillman. Stillman lets it go. Raaff has a piece of it, but it's not enough. Bergqvist collects an assist.
This is from our camera in the sky. Raaff with the glove hand going up, but as you said, Bope's not enough. 14-14 the time of the first goal. That's the third goal for Stillman. It took a long time to come, and we actually expected the Swedes to start scoring early on in the game, but that hasn't happened. The Germans have been close checking. It hasn't been pretty, it hasn't been that exciting, but they're containing the Swedes, and that's what they want to do. Svensson pops it over, and the Swedes bring it deep.
Slow build-up by the Swedes. They've always got at least 3 guys back, and they started out with the forward swinging around the net this time.
Rudmark fires it into the corner. Rudmark getting back, and Johansson gives that a swipe. It bounces at the blue line, and the Germans now bring it up. Johansson gets back. Rudmark is there. And the Germans trying to figure out who should touch that to avoid the whistle from the puck that was palmed forward. Julien races down the right side. That comes back onto the D to Amman. Amman gets it up to Майер. His pass is deflected at the blue line. Amman now on the left side of the rink, unable to get things going. Svensson. Pass into neutralized territory. Svensson back, being shadowed by Ustorp. Good pass up on the wing. Naslund with a burst of speed. Naslund breaks into center, looking to get the shot away, and he slides it right by the near post. That comes out front, and the Germans in trouble. The net is off its moorings just a bit, and Raaf had his hand up for a few seconds and was trying to get the officials' attention out there.
Raaf was trying to let the referee know that his net was off. He had his arm in the air, the whole crowd watching him. They knew what was going on, but the referee hadn't spotted it yet. A lick earlier at Stillman as he gets the shot away. Raaf appearing handcuffed.
Welcome back to the start of the third and final period. Duse tries to bang that back, and the Swedes begin to move down the ice. 1-0 to score, and the Swedes are leading this one. Amman along the boards. Amman finds an opening and peppers that away. Johansson got a piece of it, and we have another whistle on the play. Stillman has been the only person to pick up a goal in this one, and it is a little surprising. I know the Germans have been playing some tight checking hockey, but I thought perhaps by now the Swedes would have popped at least a half a dozen.
Well, you're getting spoiled, Paul. We've seen penalty shots, we've seen overtimes. This game, I'm sure to the general public even, probably seems a bit flat, a little bit boring to a degree, as we've had a lot of stoppages of play, a lot of offsides, icings. Only one goal in it so far, but it's anybody's game out there, and the teams are just really playing a tight checking style of hockey.
Hansen flips that back into the corner, and the Swedes set it up. Johansson moves right in front, 3 seconds on the power play. Little pass up onto Hagen's stick. Hagen gives it over to Duse. Germans back at full strength. The shot comes in. Kummer got a piece of it. Nidderberger back at the blue line. Bounces that in, and the Swedes, with some pressure coming from Hagen, bring it up. Svensson hits the red line, hits the blue. A chance to let the shot go, and he does, but that's deflected away. Meyer goes in hard, and that bounces nicely for Brandl. Brandl, 2 good moves going down the right side. Rudmark stays on him. Right in front. Kummer was left all alone. Loose puck there. And Nidderberger, Stefan poking away on Svensson.
Leo Stefan doing some work. Svensson being shish kebabbed on the ice.
Svensson was just lying there, and these guys were poking away like there was no tomorrow.
Stefan going to the net after Brandl done an excellent job coming down the boards, getting the pass to Stefan. Kummer ran out of room to put the puck, actually, but as the play continues, Salo is like a beached whale. He's way out of the net. He isn't going to get back there. In the meantime, look at Stefan. Well, the play stops on the replay, but Stefan got the pitchfork in there a couple times.
Thomas Jonsson goes for roughing at 120 in the period. And the Germans coming close on that one. Brandl is there too. Same call. This will actually favor the Swedes because they'll have a lot more space out there to move, and they can move the puck a lot faster, and they've got a lot more depth in their lineup, rather, to get this thing going. It bounces back. Stillman takes his man out of the play. Rudmark drops it off. Slow build up. Long shot. Naslund got a piece of it. That bounces into the corner. Kummer to the far side. And Stillman unable to get the glove on it. Stillman slows it down and waits for a little support. And the Swedes with Rudmark dropping it back. Stillman, long pass into center. And Rydmark on the right side, offside, as Ammon was with him all the way.
The idea was right. Rydmark, who got it started from the back of his own goal, kept on breaking up the right side. He was just a step ahead of the play. Rick Ammann has had a good game on defense for the Germans, though. He appeared to have taken the outside away from him. I don't think Rydmark really would have had a good shot at going in on the net. The Germans have played this game very tough. I've been impressed with the way their defense has been able to contain people. They've had a few injuries, a few knocks here and there. A couple guys are playing bruised up.
Ornskog got that one back for Sweden, and the Swedes move it around as Svensson, who's seeing a lot of ice time, drops it back. Pushed up onto Johansson's stick, and he gets it up on the left wing. Back to Johansson, a chance to shoot, carries it right in. And Lube goes right into the goal post, and the net is knocked off its mooring, so we'll have another face-off.
Rick Ammann again doing the work around the front of the German goal. Canadian-born defenseman playing his hockey in Germany now, making sure that Hakan Lube isn't going to get a shot or a rebound or a tip. Johansson, the big defenseman, on the move. Lube taking the net off its moorings.
From the face-off, the Germans take it through the circle. Nidderberger, Kinnas. 42 seconds now on the penalties as the Germans bring it up with Hendrick whistling that in. Salo can't slow it down. It's tapped all the way along the boards, and the Swedes come forward in numbers. Ornskog slams on the brakes, taps it up, and Lube tries to break through. One too many Germans in the way, and back on the attack come the Germans. Rumrek unable to move as he had problems with Svensson. Thrown to the far side. Ornskog fakes the long shot, and Lube was about a day and a half offside. 3 seconds on the penalties. Stillman goes for a skate. Ducey stays right on him. Stillman, with both teams back at full strength, off the plexi, gets it out into neutralized territory, and that's flipped right back in by Kinnas. Bouncing puck. Stillman drops it back, and the Swedes again try to get out of the zone. Long pass right up the middle. Meier goes deep for Germany. Forsberg goes in and puts the muscle on, and the Germans now bring it out. Hagen has to take it back. Hagen shooting it over to Meier. Meier gently taps it along the boards to Trunchka. Trunchka is smothered right away. You can see the Swedes closing them down. Kinnas goes back, and the Germans will try it once again.
We keep mentioning how the Germans have done a good job containing the Swedes. Trunchka and Hagen have been very silent in this game. The Swedes are also very good at containing forwards, and these two guys haven't had much of a chance. Julin
in the corner. Gets away from one check, and that's a long pass up on the wing.
Trunchka, Hagen, I should have mentioned the third member of that line as well, Benoit Ducey, another Canadian-born German. Those three guys have been the goal scorers for the German team, along with Brandl, and they've really been silenced by this quick, mobile, big Swedish defense.
Well, Bobs, the Swedes are doing exactly what they have to do as we take a look there at Gunter Sabetsky. Little pop into the corner. The Swedes seem to play to exactly what the other team, or what they have to play to beat the other team. And right now they're just going through the motions. Kummer comes in. Stefan is there. Rolin flips it over. Brandl goes after his man. Nidderberger is there with Julin going quickly into it. Meier tried to mix it up. The shot goes right underneath with Naslund cruising in quickly, getting the backhand in.
A couple of friendly words from Thomas Brandl. Naslund had a smile on his face. Obviously, the two guys know each other. Naslund on the backhand. Shoots the puck off. Brandl, or not Brandl, rather, the other forward that was in front. Brandl coming in to hook up Naslund. I got my words crossed up there, but the two of them came together and had a few words, but they weren't vicious words. That's nice to see once in a while.
Ustorf wins the draw. Franz goes for a skate and throws it behind the net and gives it right away. Kjellberg goes in quickly with Ornskog. Ustorf with a long clearance. That'll go all the way down the ice. Another icing whistle, and this is a real start-stop game. And as we said, the Swedes doing what they have to do to contain the Germans and hang on to that lead.
The opening round, the Germans' best game, I would have to say, was against the Russians. That 4-2 win sticks out in my mind, Paul. They really put everything together in that game, and they convincingly beat the Russians.
Face-off in German territory. Ornskog steps in now. Kjellberg being told to get out. Franz takes over from Ustorf. That bounces to the far side. Hilger is there. Hilger for the Germans. The Germans need to do something positive here, and that wasn't it. Coming up quickly now. Lube. Rink-wide pass from the red line. Shot all the way in. Franz goes deep and rattles that off the woodwork. Lube can't hold it in, and it's shot all the way down the ice. Rolin goes back. Bergqvist, little drop pass into the circle, and the Swedes with Forsberg trying to get things going. The shot comes in. Raaff makes a save. Hansen goes in quickly with the chop. And now the Swedes are starting to put the passes together. All the way back to the blue, going in quickly. Number 21, Forsberg, tries to skate right through the circle. Too many Germans there. And here comes Benda. Hendrick. Broken up by the Swedes. Big Jonsson brings it back. 33, Hendrick tries to go in there and break it up as Meier picks the puck up in the corner and bounces it off the boards. Little give and go, doesn't work. That's stolen by the Swedes. Chance, Julin takes a shot. Rydmark fires it right back in, and the Swedes now apply a little more pressure. Tapped in by Johansson. Julin, Meier. Meier steals that but can't get it out of the zone. Johansson pumps it right back into the corner. Rydmark from a sharp angle. Julin was camped right out front, and Meier picks it up now for Germany as we approach the 7-minute mark. Bouncing puck on the wing is difficult for Duse, and he has problems with Johansson. Svensson backhands it. Little tap back to the blue line. That misses the net. And the Swedes back in numbers with Svensson rattling that off the woodwork. Germans can't keep it in. It goes all the way down to Raaf. Nidderberger. Long clearance up. And the Germans with Hagen starting it up now. Dieter Hagen at the blue at the red. Hagen gives it right away at the blue line. A chance now for the Swedes. Naslund. Lube is following. Pass all the way back. And they score! Ornskog. A bit of a knuckleball.
It's not a bad call, knuckleball, Paul. That shot really wasn't going very hard at all. It appears to me as though Raaf just never saw it. He had a couple of Germans in front of him. His alleged teammates really not helping him out on this one. Not the best of luck for the Germans as Naslund does all the work. He's skating around. He's being hassled. He throws the puck out in the slot. Ornskog is wide open. He just directs it on a one-timer. Raaf right out in space. Doesn't have a clue where the puck is. He never saw it. Kinnas is standing right in front of Raaf. You can see Raaf bending down. He's a tall guy. He's trying to have a look.
He saw that when it bounced out of the net. 7:42, the time of the goal. Ornskog, the goal scorer, and that makes it 2-0. The Swedes leading the Germans. The face-off, Brandl got it back, and that's thrown right up to the blue line. Meier having problems getting away from Forsberg. Meier, rink-wide pass, and the Germans need something magical now to bring themselves back into this one. Kummer along the boards. Steffen goes in hard. Kummer moves up quickly and gets the puck in the corner. Stillman stays with him. A chance perhaps for the Germans as that goes into the far corner. Shot from a sharp angle. Salo comes out and smothers that.
Thomas Janssen once again involved in rough stuff. The 33-year-old ex-New York Islander, who is a pretty clean hockey player, has had a bit of a rough going in this game. Another look at Ornskog's shot. De Raaf's reaction says it all. He's waiting to see where the shot is. It's behind him. Just mentioning Janssen, he's really been having a tough game around the front of the net, in the corner, having a good go with a few of the German players.
Brandl in the face-off circle. That bobbles over onto the right wing, but Stefan couldn't pick it up. Sweden now starting to move up the ice. Svensson, who is seeing a lot of ice, rattles that all the way into the near corner. Kjellberg bounces it off, too hard for Lube. Meier quickly up. Stefan can't get to it. It's tapped away, but that's given right to Brandl, and he runs into a brick wall. Ornskog picks up the puck right in front of his own goal, and the Swedes get it out of the zone. Lube is hit in neutral ice territory. Brandl tries to break free and takes a hit. He was hit a moment ago by Johansson, and then a late hit as both teams started to mix it up here.
Stefan came in about a day and a half late from behind. That will definitely be a penalty. There's no question about that one. The hit on Brandl was a good one. That was a clean, solid hit. I don't know what the problem was there. Judge it for yourself. Brandl, who hasn't stopped working since the puck was dropped in the first period. He gets away from Johansson, but Svensson comes right up and stands him up straight. Out of nowhere comes Stefan, and he drops Svensson from behind. That's not the smartest penalty in the world to take. That was very obvious.
Bit of a cheap shot. Going to cost the Germans, that's for sure. And Lukács is not happy. (2-0) the score. The Swedes leading this one in the third period as referee Bokharev tries to sort this one out.
He's trying to remember who it is he wants to call the penalties on. He's looking away. Rick Ammann waiting to have a quick word. He's going to get his 2 cents worth in. Stefan in the box for charging.
Number 7.
That's Brandl. That's the indication for roughing. That's Kjellberg for Sweden for roughing. He seems quite happy with that. Brandl not convinced, though. He's leaning on the boards, Paul. He doesn't really want to go in the box.
Bokharev has made up his mind, and he wants to get on with the game. 2-0 the score. The Swedes are trying to sort this out on the bench as Bergqvist comes over, has a word with Lundmark. 8:56 the time of the penalties. Roughing is the call on Kjellberg. Brandl is now in the box along with Stefan.
I mean, really, Brandl didn't do a lot himself. He got hit by Kjellberg, which was a clean hit. Those two guys really, I would say, don't deserve to be in the box, except for maybe the pushing and shoving after the whistle. It's Stefan who created it all by coming in from behind.
Now that they sorted this out, we're going to get set for this face-off. The Slovaks and the Russians go at it later on this evening here on Eurosport, so stay with us. The winner of this game will play the winner of that game. The Final Four will be determined when the Russians play the Slovaks. It looks right now like the Swedes are going to go through if they keep up this scoreline.
Well, I've got you on the spot, Paul. I picked the Slovaks earlier. I'm still waiting for your answer on that one. The Slovaks against the Russians. I want a pick out of you.
Boy, that's a tough one. I like the way the Slovaks are playing, but I'm not too sure. I like Viktor Tikhonov as a coach. He has a way of getting players to perform.
7 on the clock.
And so I'll go with the Russians. I'll take the outside choice there and go with the Russians. They haven't done that well. They're sorting this out. It's taken a long time. They say they want 7 on the clock. That's Brandl for 2 minutes. 13 is Stefan. He's got 2 minutes. Nothing difficult about that.
I think those two guys can figure that out for themselves. They're sitting in the box. Most of the people in the crowd saw them go in there, so I don't know what the real holdup is on this one. The question, the fact is that as far as the people are concerned, it's coincidentals called on Stefan and Kjellberg. The 2-minute penalty being served is by Brandel, so that's the difference. It's a 5-on-4 for the Swedes.
So the other penalty is still there, but it's just not up on the machine. Now that they've sorted that out, we can get back to playing hockey here. So I've taken the Russians, you've taken the Slovaks. We know the Canadians and the Finns are going to go at it. Ustorf. Big shot comes in, they score!
Well, we both agreed on the Swedes, and they're up 3-0 now, so we're not looking too bad there, Paul.
Svensson right back at the blue, lets a rocket go.
He got all of that one, no doubt about it. The puck was barely dropped. The face-off won. The puck goes to Svensson, and he lets it go. There goes the pass across after the Swedes win the draw. Svensson lets it ride to Raaff. Doesn't even touch that one. Big shot from the blue line. Svensson with a tremendous wind-up. Raaff is beaten, and he knows it.
That's number 3. We're going to take a short break now. Stay with us. We'll be back with more action from the third period. Welcome back. 12:20 gone in the period. Face-off just inside the Swedish zone. Long shot. Salo got a piece of it. Meier really let that one go. And the Germans, Bobs, they got to find something quick.
They haven't been able to score a goal yet. Possibly if they can get one in a hurry, it might give them some kind of a lift. They're going to have to push hard, though.
Ammon circles to get out of trouble and starts it up again. The Swedes are meeting them right at the blue line. Julin goes back. Long shot right on the money. Meier let it fly, and Salo dropped it in front and kept the play going. Rydmark takes the shot. That went upstairs, and Rydmark says, yes, I got it. Play continues. That bounced off the crossbar. And a whistle on the play, but Rydmark says, hey, how about that?
And Raaff says, hey, how about it? I got a piece of it. Big shot from Rydmark. On his off wing, he really does get a good piece of the puck. It's off the stick of de Raaff and right up onto the crossbar. Close call.
One or two of the Swedes looking for the video replay. I don't think so on this occasion. Bang, right off the crossbar, no doubt about it. That wasn't a goal.
Could hear it all over the rink.
Johnson getting instructions from Coach Kurt Lundmark as they settle down for this one. Bokharev doesn't want to carry on with any more discussions about that. Lube drops it back, and Rolin tipped it into the corner. Now the Swedes throw it out of the zone. Kinnas poked out of the plate. Lube almost had a free break down the right side. Both teams playing rough on the red line as that breaks. Rolin tries to get back into it, and Salo has to come out. Trunchka was cruising.
Salo playing it like a shortstop, getting the glove down and scooping it up. The Germans are trying, but the Swedes are holding tough along the boards, and they're building a wall at their own blue line. They're not allowing the Germans to penetrate. When they do, it's one guy or it's a shot from about 50 feet out.
Face-off deep in Swedish territory. 13:24 gone on the period. 3-0 to score here in the third period. Duse steps in. Bouncing puck, and Trunchka unable to control it. Hagen moves in, and the Swedes just roll it out of the zone. That comes all the way down towards the blue line. Pushed in deep. Hagen is there. Nidderberger. Long pass up on the blue. Gunning for Hagen. Hagen trying to work in. Dubois stays with him. Rolin is there. Dusay provides a little muscle, but nothing too serious. Coming up on the wing, the Swedes showing too much of the puck. Dusay tries to move against Rolin, and 1, 2, 3, 4 Swedes get back to help out. That comes all the way back. Hagen lets it fly, and it's deflected high. Lube goes to the far side. Trunchka still out there, and the Swedes looking for a change on the fly, as are the Germans.
Germans going for a change. The Swedes will move the puck right back deep. You can see what they're doing. They're going to change the rest of their lineup, and they're going to slowly walk it out of the zone.
Bergqvist gets away from Franz. Bergqvist starts up. Franz is back in his face. The hook doesn't work, and Bergqvist makes a nice move, tries to carry on, and does. Franz gets in with a heavy stick, a big chop, and Forsberg falls before he could get to that in the corner. Ustorf taps it up, and the Germans now starting to move, but Johansson gets in there quick to break it up. Svensson back behind his own goal, and the Swedes are in no hurry to do anything out there. They have a 3-goal lead. Forsberg dumped by Ustorf. That comes back onto the blue for the Germans. Forsberg is holding his arms up, shrugging his shoulders.
Forsberg thinks he's doing the right thing to take the player out as he's going in to attack the defense, but he's called for interference. Hilger trying to get around the outside to go after the puck. The Swedes have got it covered. Johansson is going to get there first, but Forsberg just gets a piece of Hilger, and it's enough to cause the referee to issue the 2-minute infraction against Forsberg.
The Germans are really missing Uli Himmer, who went out earlier in the game, crashed into the boards and crashed into Forsberg and really hurt his shoulder on the play, and then Ludeman left with a sore shoulder. So they're struggling for defensemen out there. Kinnas comes down on the left side. Kinnas circles, pops it into the red line. Back to Kinnas, who's on the hash marks. The Germans, as I said before, need something. They need it quickly. They're running out of time. Right in front, the shot. Brandl was there, and it bounces out over the blue, and Kinnas has the chase. Good mark. Forechecking for the Swedes. A long pass up to Stefan. Stefan has got wheels. Can he get them going? Brandl moves in now. Brandl drops it all the way back. Kinnas tees it up. Salo makes a save, and a bouncing puck is only cleared as far as Kinnas. Kinnas from a sharp angle right across the goal, and Kummer goes in on the far side. Kummer working with Meier, and the Swedes eventually find an opening and dump it all the way down the ice.
The Swedes forcing the Germans nicely. The Germans changing on the move, but Salo coming up with the save when the Germans actually did get a shot away.
Brandl scooped that around Dubois. Hagen tops it into the corner. Looking to get a big shot in, that deflects away. And a lot of these shots, although they're being directed toward the net, the Swedish defensemen are getting in front of them. Amman coming up. Ornskog moving back. Amman, good move, but he's going to run out of places to go. The Swedes again getting back with Dubois. Amman rough rides him into the corner. Right out front, Hagen, and Salo was there.
Salo showing how quick he is. Dieter Hagen doesn't miss opportunities like that very often. Good little move, but a nice save.
Over to the far side to Trunchka. He can't contain it. 2 seconds on the power play. Germans unable to capitalize on that 2-minute power play as Nidderberger starts it up. Nidderberger's pass on the wing doesn't work. Back comes Forsberg. Forsberg moves into the slot position right in front. And Bergqvist was there, just couldn't put it in the back of the net. Some good stuff by Forsberg. Long pass out and goes down the ice. Johansson chases it deep, gets it away from Franz, and the Swedes with Forsberg moving deep through the circle. Forsberg drops it off. Johansson on one side. And Svensson back to Johansson. Up in a neutralized territory to Forsberg. Ustorf is going to have to pressure out there with Franz if they want to get the puck off the Swedes, because these guys, as I said, are in no hurry. Julin takes it behind the net. Meier, nice pass, and Rudmark goes back on the D, and the Germans unable to bring it right through. A chance perhaps. Bouncing puck. Meier taps it in the red, looks for the give and go. That doesn't happen. Brandl, who's been out there a long time, bounces it off the boards, coming into the corner. Hilger is hit, and we could have a penalty on the play. Hilger was hit, or Hilger actually hit Stillman. Butt ending should be the call there. He came down. It was an unusual move, and he came from above his shoulders down with the butt of his stick, and Hilger's going to the box.
Well, I agree with you all the way on that one, Paul. Hilger did come right down on the top of Stillman. You could see Stillman start to skate away from it. Then he said, hey, wait a minute. That hurt, and he went right back down to his knees. The referee was very alert. He was on the play, and if he makes the call right, we're going to see a 2-minute butt-ending penalty issued to Hilger, which will be a 2+10.
That's what he's saying.
Absolutely. He's calling for another player to go into the penalty box.
Serikov will sit for the 2-minute penalty and then jump on the ice. That's the first shift that Serikov has had, skating from the bench to the penalty box.
1:33 left to play in this hockey game, and the Germans are going to be short-handed, and they're down by 3 goals. It's not looking good for the German cause.
Ornskog in the face-off circle against Rumrick. And it's fair to say that the Swedes have done what they had to do to win this one. I really don't think that the Germans are going to come back, so this means that the Swedes march on as we expected them to do. Nidderberger taken out of the play by Ornskog. Lube on the hash marks. Lube with a lot of time fires it back into the corner. Rolin moving in front. Dubois takes the shot. Ornskog all the way back in. Another shot comes in. Lube got a piece of that. Kjellberg picks it up. The final minute of play out there, and the Swedes just apply the pressure, throw the puck around, and look for a couple of more shots on goal. Kjellberg moves in the corner. Big chop from Ammon. Kjellberg keeps it behind the net. Ammon tries to bring it out. And the Germans shoot it all the way down the ice, but well, the Swedes don't really mind. They got a 3-goal cushion out there. Salo leaves it for Dubois. Pass up on the wing. Kjellberg. Bouncing puck is contained at the top of the circle. A chance for Stefan as he moves over the line. Shot wide of the target. Brandl taken out of the play, and it's tipped into neutralized territory, and they're just going through the motions now. 5 seconds on the game, and this one is a victory for Sweden. They come up with a shutout. Some good stuff by Salo. Not really an exciting game, not one that you could really get into, but the Swedes did enough to win it 3-0.
The Swedes have the victory, but the Germans made them work hard for every goal, so it is a very hard-fought, well-deserved